I don't actually know what these players are playing for right now, but I'm sure for it's huge prizing.
Um,
Pretty big grudge match here. Kyle obviously bringing Tandy in to do coverage tomorrow.
I think the winner gets to be my favorite, and that's something not everybody gets the
I,
chance to be. It might be more than that, but
I was your favorite once, I think.
it's all business. Let's get down there. Looks like both players taking a mulligan.
Let's see these hands.
We see that
There's,
patchwork automaton we talked about.
I think I see two lands. This could be a good one from Kyle.
Looks like Kyle
Also,
has a white splash for Ingenious Smith and
yeah,
probably S%.
there's the Sentinel. We saw the Ingenious Smith. That one could be huge here. Good grindy card. Get a little 2-for-1.
I believe that's Mecha Godzilla, which is Ballista.
I believe that is correct.
It's either Ballista or Hangerback, but I want to say it's Ballista.
I'm guessing it's Ballista based on the two guns on the back of it. Looks like Tandy going to 5 here. It's probably still fine. We can still
It'd be a
good.
little harder to scam, but he's probably just looking for a Fury.
Yeah, we probably don't need we don't really need a scam here, right? Just like a turn 1 Thoughtseize into a turn 2 Dothy should be
Strong enough.
good shape.
Looks like he's found a hand he likes, and the players are off to the races. Ooh,
There's the
the
Sentinel.
Sentinel almost had haste for a second.
Ooh, tapped land on 1 for Tandy. That's probably okay here. We didn't really want to cast the spell anyway into this Sentinel.
Automaton coming up. That card is going to be hard to beat.
This has to be like the nut draw Kyle wants to see in this game, right?
Dothy coming down for Tandy, so good draw there.
Both players doing really what they want to be doing in this matchup, I assume. We can fire off this Ingenious Smith here, try and get our little 2-for-1. You gotta imagine you want to grow this Patchwork Automaton as early and as often as possible. Another Sentinel, I believe.
Ooh, it looks like there's a Sentinel as the only grab there. It looks like there's a Saga, Brushland, and maybe a Razorverge Thicket. I wasn't sure. It looked like an Expedition card.
Yeah. This is really gonna put the pressure on.
So not only does the Genius and the Automaton get a counter, but any non-creature spell Todd casts is probably gonna net Kyle at least 1 card, if not 2.
Gonna be very tricky for Tandy to navigate through this. I thought I saw a Terminate in his hand earlier. It might not be true.
So it looks like we're griefing here. But we know all he has is Ravager and Beseiju.
At least if we scam this grief, him drawing cards off the Sentinel won't be quite as bad.
Definitely trying to mitigate the So it looks like he's gonna draw 1 card.
1, yep. So Kyle's gonna need to draw here before this grief trigger happens. And it looked like a spell to me. We gonna grief him again?
Not sure what's happening here.
Is that something we should point out? Oh no, here we go. Candy caught it.
There we go. Yeah. Goodbye, welding jar.
Yep, we'll get the welding jar here.
Okay, that makes sense.
Looks good.
I think just a little playing fast.
Fast and loose. Just the way we like it. So
Wow.
Seiju still in hand here, not in play.
So hopefully we brushland. Not great, but these Sentinels are still chilling, and I think we have 7 versus 7, or only 6.
Yeah, still a good chunk of damage able to come across here for Kyle.
And the big thing here for Kyle is 1 artifact changes the math huge. He gets to turn it to 8, which isn't quite lethal, but there are some draws here.
Ballista off the top gonna be just lethal here if Kyle can find it.
It would appear to be the case. It looks like Todd has a Voidwalker and a Fury in hand, maybe?
I think it was a Pyro.
There's a monkey. Attack for 7 here.
Fury here 7 would be huge.
So Ballista here is lethal.
Also, plenty of misses here in Kyle's deck too, though, I'm sure.
Welding jar. Not quite.
But Tandy's got him on the backswing here if we don't leave 2 blockers back. So I assume this is an attack for 6 and we leave the sentinels back. It's a double chump.
So it's interesting here too because if Todd draws a red source here, you can just dash that monkey and it's all for naught.
True.
So I think it might just be attacked with the smith.
I don't think Kyle can afford to play around it though, can he?
Well, let's see here. So if he attacks back, he can just chump grief a sentinel. So if Todd goes to 7 and he chumps with both the grief and the sentinel, he's in the same situation. He needs an artifact. So I think the play here might just be attack with smith because that way it's harder to kill patchwork.
Yeah. So if we had 2 ingenious smiths in play, would you call them the Smiths?
My favorite British indie rock band, the Smiths. I would. So it looks like Todd did not draw away to... Or what do we have here? Oh, Colligan's Command was the last card in hand, and Kyle dies.
Kyle dies. Kyle draws a couple extra cards and
Kyle dies.
Pick them up. All right. Yeah, Tandy's pretty good at Magic and been playing it for a while and just a super nice guy.
Can't say I've ever been on the receiving end of a Tandy beatdown.
No.
Only some commentary from him on my plays.
I played against Ross in Louisville and Tandy stood behind him and judged our match the whole time.
Ooh, it looks like Kyle has some heaters in the board here. I saw a Snakeskin Veil. I see Veil of Summer.
2 Veils.
And I see 2 Heroic Intervention.
Okay.
Wow.
Kyle kind of tanking on it here, though. Do you think there's a chance he doesn't want him?
I think we want to be as heroic as possible. Wow, that's some spice. Maybe only 1 heroic. No veils.
He also, yeah, just
interesting.
I can see a world where you don't want to dilute your engine too much, but I gotta assume Veil is the premier card in this matchup.
I will say, with these highly synergistic decks, I can see it making sense not to want to board too crazy. It does look like Kyle has a wealth of welding jars as well, which is going to be pretty good in this matchup.
That seems good for Kyle, but I could also see a world where we shave down on him a little bit.
They were definitely not your best draw by any means. As we saw there the last game, Welding Jar didn't do too much. Drawn a little late.
Yeah, especially in these racing scenarios is what that game came down to. I don't know if that's common in this matchup. I don't have a lot of experience in this matchup.
I will say, I think there's also a blacksmith skill possibly in Kyle's main deck. Putting up the Esper Sentinels. Interesting.
I could see if this is no, we're on the play this game, right?
So it looks like a Ballista, and I saw a Sentinel, and then there's a second card Kyle took out.
I suppose a turn 1 Sentinels really leaves you open to a turn 1 Fury scam, which just trying to minimize that I could see being good on Kyle's part, but...
Oh, without a doubt.
Also, Sentinel seems like it would play a pretty big role in this matchup. Just constricting the mana of Todd. So we see
a monkey, a black cleave, some other lands.
I think it was another pyro, not a monkey. Could be wrong though.
I think that's a monkey in the front.
All the florets look the same.
You don't mean that. Looks like Kyle ended on a mull of 6 with the turn 1 Sentinel go, start again.
Okay, so we took some out, but not all of them.
And just a tap Blood Crypt for Todd. So we have the Saga here.
Gotta feel good about this start for Kyle.
Is that a Smith or a skill in hand? I think it's a Smith.
Although I think we said the same thing last game.
There's the Smiths.
There's a heroic intervention. Can't take it, but... Oh, no!
Did we whiff?
Big whiff by Kyle. That's gonna be rough. Welding jar into play. Still growing the Smith. And a 2-mana Thought Seize here by Todd, gonna whiff. Okay.
Wow. The back and forth.
We can Smith is a ETB trigger, right? So we get to make a construct here and get a counter.
Yes.
And then
that is correct.
The automaton's a cast trigger, is that right?
Automaton is cast and Genie Smith is ETB.
Yeah.
And Smith only triggers once per turn.
Right. Yeah, so I'd really like to just main phase this and just push the damage while we have the opportunity. Kyle disagrees, though. That looks like a pyro. Yep. Ditch a scam spell in a land. Get a 1/1. Try to gum up the board here. Gonna be pretty important.
Terminate
down this saga.
Yeah, this saga is gonna be nasty, especially with this welding jar in play. Looks like a construct comes down.
Are we gonna get our Ingenious Smith trigger?
I sure hope so.
Let me just double check that we're not wrong.
Yep, Todd is playing tonight before he hops on commentary tomorrow with Elliot Raff.
Whenever one or more artifacts enters the battlefield under your control. Okay, so we did miss a Smith counter.
No second construct here. So we can grab Zabaz, we can grab Shadow Spear.
I saw
Welding jar.
Ballista in the hand last turn. So
the Ozolith is a good one.
In combination with this Ozolith, we can
do some funny things.
Yeah, we can maybe shoot down this Elemental and get some like counters on the Esper Sentinel. Something like that. So we get a 2/2 here. 4 mana.
There also is a Ravager in hand.
Alright, this turn might get pretty nutty here for Kyle.
I need to put one more mana into that.
Put some mana into it.
Oh, that's right. There we go. Ravager.
Do you like running both of these out this turn, or do you want to just dump an extra like mana into the Ballista this turn?
Well, let's see here. Is Todd dead?
I can't do that math.
So he puts 3 counters on the Ravager, 4 into Ballista. It doesn't look like Todd's quite dead, but
Todd probably gonna have to make some bad blocks for himself here this turn though, so that he doesn't die.
this Ballista nonetheless is scary with the Ravager Ozolith combination. Let's flip the Ozolith. That card is a weird one, but it's definitely a card that's caused me a lot of grief against the Scales deck in my online play. So whenever a creature you control leaves a battlefield of counters, put them on the Ozolith, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, you can put all those Ozolith counters on the target creature. So basically you can sack a bunch of things to Ravager, sack Ravager, those counters go to the Ozolith and the creature you want, and so it basically doubles up the effectiveness of Ravager, along with making killing the Smith, any of these like creatures with counters on them, a bit of a liability. Definitely some scary stuff.
We also have this Nexus hiding out in our lands. That is another really premium card to put these Ozolith counters on.
And it looks like Fury is angry.
Man, so are we sending all 4 at the Ravager here by the looks of it?
Yeah, that would appear to be the case. Ooh,
I like
a
that.
Hidetsugu consumes all is probably looking to clean up this whole battlefield, basically.
Gotta hope we have the scam spell here for Tandy to really try and clean this all up. But we
Welding
don't.
jar used on the Ravager here. Land. Pay for that. There goes.
Was this the best order to do this? Because if we hit Ixugu first, we get to force the welding jar.
I think he could grow his Ravager out of range.
Okay. Yeah. Doing it the other way also made it look like we might have a scam spell, which I think has a lot of value actually. Trying to force Kyle to play around it. This is really going to take a lot of Kyle's battlefield.
But this Ravager is big. No cards in hand. Ink Moth off the top. There's a real possibility that Kyle might just try and fire up this Nexus, put him on the sack the Ravager, put on the Nexus, and try and kill him in 2 turns. But
Yeah, I want to fire up the Nexus and make the swings and wait till we see blocks to kind of decide what we do with our counters, I would say.
definitely, so the next chapter on Hijitsugu just exiles whole graveyard. So
Yep,
Nothing-
not too worried.
nothing scary there. But so another Nexus comes in
This Nexus is also another artifact if we need.
because we can put. The only fear with doing the, I don't like not attacking with Nexus here, but the only fear with putting a 2-turn clock on with the Nexus is okay. So we are attacking. Cool. Is Blood Moon. Is it just kind of shuts off all of our hard work.
So are we just not blocking? Or is Kyle just getting a little ahead of himself here?
I think we're just in the tank here. Todd's hand, Bloodstained Mark, Terminate.
So if you're Todd, what kind of block are you thinking here? Pretty sure we just have to go in front of Ravager.
It would sure look like it, but it looks like nothing. Is that the case? Todd 3?
I don't hate this.
Maybe? Thinking? Deciding? Contemplating?
We have Tandy up a game, right?
Tandy is up a game.
So yeah, we just take a big hit here, hoping to draw good. We'll have Terminate up
looks like
for
another
this
land,
turn.
unfortunately. Not quite the move.
Yes, we should. Do we have like a Pyro or something to get 2 tokens out of? There's a Scales by Kyle.
Scale's not doing anything crazy here. Terminate coming down on the Ravager,
Terminate
forcing the Nexus to become the recipient of these counters, basically. There's not a lot of value lost to put in the counters here. In terms of another removal spell would be rough, but better to put them somewhere than not.
Yeah, it should just be 5 counters, right?
Yep, however many counters on Ravager goes on the Nexus.
Yep. Now the Scales resolves. We get a big chunk in here. A lot of infect damage coming across.
It looks like Todd's dead in 2 different ways.
Yeah. Well, so Todd's gonna flip the Hidetsugu here, which will at least trade with the Smith if
Assuming no creature.
we don't have any
Or artifact,
any
I should say.
artifacts.
Either way, he has a chumper, but he is dead in the air.
So then we're gonna need a removal spell for this Nexus.
I think I would have grabbed
Or-
a swamp there because we're trying to draw a moon. Effect
Yeah,
too.
Blood Moon is probably his easiest way out of this game.
Blood Moon would be a blessing.
Big draw.
Terminate.
Terminates.
Plays.
Good for another turn. Alright, so we've got 2 Tameo safekeepings and a heroic intervention that gets Kyle this game on the spot.
Snakeskin Veil.
Or Snakeskin Veil. Okay. Don't have the Veil of Summers in though.
See what we draw. Is it going to be the Veil? A snake skin. It is Zabaz, the Glimmer Wasp.
Gotta assume that one's good to play here to get the Smith out of trade range.
I would agree.
Otherwise, you could just fire at both Nexuses and swing in. But I assume you gotta try and get this Zabaz down.
Well, looks like it's Nexus in time.
Yeah, we can also just leave the Smith back. I suppose this works quite well too.
Nexus dies.
Okay, we get an 8 infect. Todd rolling up the sleeves out there, big draw step.
Let's see what we got. I didn't quite get a good look on it. It's a card. It's Grief. Grief takes Zabaz.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So what's this Vessel swing in? Todd reading the card. Reading the card? Explains the card.
You don't mean that.
Unfortunately, due in this scenario, Ryan, it looks like Kyle's going to take a hit from the Vessel, which grows it out of a Smith Rain.
Big draw here from Kyle now. Can we answer?
I'll take a Ballista.
That's, believe gonna be
That's good enough.
good, right? We're at 2, yeah?
As long as
Or
that's
is it-
Ballista.
Or is it a hanger back?
Let me look at
He's not slamming it, so I think we're gonna be playing some more turns here.
MTG. I forgot it existed out as well.
That is a hanger back walker.
Yep.
That does grow us though, so we get the swing and the chump here by Todd, and all of a sudden we have to top deck again.
Not
Ooh,
it.
okay.
And Kyle gets game 2, and we go
Yeah.
to a riveting game 3 here in this pretty back and forth matchup, it looks like.
Yeah, this has been pretty close. Maybe the closest matches we've watched all night.
Honestly, we've had some great games all night. No blowout games or anything like that.
Big thanks to Apex for letting us hang out tonight and commentate. This has been pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's been super fun. We've been enjoying ourselves back here, getting the hang of everything.
Yeah, be sure to follow Apex on all their Twitter and everything. You can give us a follow too if you would like.
Highly recommend. Great content from
Yeah,
both of us.
We'll pop our Twitters up later. This is Chris Hafner. What's your at?
I'm at T1 Looting. Rest in peace, Faithless Looting.
And my name's Ryan. I'm at Ryan _39.
Yep, just 3 rounds tonight. Calm before the storm. As tomorrow looks to be a pretty big event. I hope you guys are looking forward to some commentary from Todd and Elliot. It should be good. Maybe you'll even see us on there playing.
I sure hope so.
Me too.
Gonna be playing for invites to Regional Championship 3 in Dallas tomorrow.
And those juicy, delicious Apex points and an Apex invite to their invitational coming up here.
Yeah.
It is modern tomorrow, yes. All the players here tonight getting some practice in those who are playing tomorrow.
Did finally get that big Apex leaderboard update if anybody's looking for that one. I know I was.
Yeah, Ryan's in first place with 112 points.
Yeah, 112. Dylan Ham in second place with 63. Hafner, where are you hanging out?
19 points.
Yep, Kyle thought his Gemstone Mine was a Gemstone Caverns, and
He was so excited for that full art version. I could have given him a much nicer one. Teamer Shift. Ravana Raven 13 is running the Teamer Shift strategy, it sounds like.
Here's TJ, our Teamer Shift expert, walking in just now.
He's made some indistinguishable noise we can't decipher.
That's probably the noise a Rhino makes, actually.
I've been curious about that all night.
Ooh, we got a turn 1 grief here. Let's see if we have the scam spell to go with it.
Ozolith Smith Welding Jar.
Looks like
Nexus Saga.
Kyle's hand's strong here, but gonna be able to get picked apart pretty easily. Be left with probably just a welding jar and an Urza's Saga.
Things are looking grim for our store owner.
Looks like Todd might be on a 1-lander here though, with a hand of all red cards. Might be monkeys or pyros. I still don't know which is which.
I need some Bring to Light in my life. Bring to Light? What are your thoughts on Bring to Light? I think that card might be a little bit past its heyday, but it's still doing some powerful things here and there.
I know I did see a Bring to Light Scapeshift player in the finals of the last RCQ we had here.
Yeah, who won that RCQ here?
Not the Bring to Light guy, unfortunately.
I heard he got Blood Moon. Oh, Todd at the second land. It looks like his hand is Fury. It's two seasons.
It's got to be seasoned. Yep. Don't shake your head at us like that, TJ.
TJ's just sitting here.
TJ, do you know how many swim jokes I've had made at me today?
Not enough. Been at it, man. So Apex Gaming is a store here in Caldwell, Ohio. This is the second season of their tournament series they've started. It's mainly been modern and pioneer events. I know Titan Game Shop in Coriopolis and Midland has a legacy. Has had 2 legacy?
Yep, we've had 2 legacies with our third on Sunday, actually.
Another part of the Apex Gaming series as well.
Also been a couple of stores near the Columbus area that have ran Pioneer, I know.
But yeah, so it's very similar to the old SCG in structure.
Yeah, we're not quite at the SCG level here, but I'm sure we're always looking to improve, and hopefully someday I can get to be there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a point system. Winning one of the invitationals, I believe it's the top 2 in each invitational. Top 8 qualifies for the invitational series, which is the culmination of each season of events. And big prizes on the line. Fame, glory. Along with the sweet playmat you get for winning the whole thing. That's the real reason to win.
Man, I wish I had a playmat.
Yeah, so actually Clutch Gaming in West Virginia is part of the tournament series. They've had a couple events. I know
As
they ran a
is,
Pioneer one and a Modern one.
yep, as is Four Horsemen in Morgantown, West Virginia, is another store involved.
So yeah, the events basically encompass from Columbus to Pittsburgh, along with Castle Games, and
Indiana.
so a bit farther away. But the main circuit, if you're trying to hit all the stops around from Columbus to Pittsburgh, I'd say.
It's good to be in the middle there.
But if you're all the way out towards Indiana, you can still hit up Castle Games,
You can still spike one and
make a drive out.
get in on the I don't actually know the numbers on the invitational, but I know it's free entry and gonna be a couple $1,000s in the prize pool.
I do know now things are looking rough for Todd. I know we've forsaken this a little, but it appears Kyle's been ripping heat, to say the least.
That's one word to use. Looks like Todd's really just missing a third land drop here though.
But are these pyros? These pyros are gonna dig, but he has to find the right spell. So it looks like an Ozlith Hardened Scale Zabaz. Things are looking rough. We have Kyle at 12 and Todd at 9. To say the least. So it looks like it might be time to get furious, but how good would that be with the Ozlith in play? A little rough to say the least. Is that a second Fury or a Bolt?
Looks like a bolt on the far left and maybe nope, a
Dothy.
Dothy.
It looks like Todd's going to try and cut off the modular here.
Yeah, that should really be able to help him out. How you want to split this damage up? 2-2?
Well, I'm gonna go with Todd here and say 2-2.
I'm gonna roll up the sleeves here as he figures out the best way to navigate this. I assume this is just grow Ravager big enough to live,
So,
or do you want to load up on the Zabaz?
well, with Dothy being in play,
Also a welding jar hanging out. Oh, okay, you're right.
I think your best bet here. So, looks like the Ravager's being saved, the Dothy's dying, and Ozlith will still get counters because it just asked for the creature to leave the battlefield. Doesn't matter where it goes.
I'm just gonna shrink this construct down quite a bit.
And the construct is now down to 3. And looks like Grief might be playing some defense here. It's Nexus. Scary as usual.
Are these accurate life totals? 9 to 12.
These are accurate, correct. So the race is tight. And this Dothy just came down to be a basically unblockable menace to Kyle's life.
You wanna swing this Grief, or are we hanging out on defense, you think?
So let's see. We're getting there. We're getting in the red zone. Put them to 8.
Okay.
Is it the top 55 point earners? I believe they've expanded it.
Yeah, so the top 55 point earners on top of the, I think 64 players that get an auto qualification, plus the defending champion from last.
And we have Smith coming down. Finding a ballista.
Hey TJ, earlier we were talking about the hit band The Smiths. Ever heard of them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if there's multiple ingenious Smiths in play, you could say the Smiths are on the field.
Yeah, that's true.
Great stuff here. Check that band out. They're kind of underground if you guys haven't heard. So it looks like Kyle's thinking here.
So I assume we put this ballista on one. Is that where we're at?
Counter's going
Or is it just in his
Ravager.
hand?
Attack for 7. Put Todd to 2.
So I assume this ballista is not on 2 then.
Ballista's in the hand, I believe.
Okay.
Big draw here from Todd. Land. What he's been searching for this entire match.
Well, looks like it might be too late here.
Can we time out Lil Godzilla? Another name.
This one that looks like a clock. To the right. There you go, brother.
No, Todd is still in the tank here. There's a lot to figure out. looks like Grief is the black card in Todd's hand. It was not a Bolt.
Alright, so we're gonna jam this Pyro, try and draw some stuff.
Fury red card. One time.
That's still gonna leave us in danger to this Ballista though, right?
Terminate. Is it a
I
Dolphy?
think it was another Dothy.
Dolphy.
I don't.
Dolphy.
And he's gonna extend the hand.
And that does it. Kyle Huck is going to take down Friday Night FNM. Well done, Kyle.